Couple of y'all been on me about, Tony, you need a mic, you need a mic. I've had mics this whole time, I'm not gonna lie. I just haven't used them. But guess what? I'm gonna start using my mic since y'all asked for it, man. So let me lock in. But today we're reviewing the Anta Kai 1 jellies. I'll also be reviewing the Anta Kai 2s. I have the Artist on Court colorway. I'll be doing that in the future as well. I haven't done any full reviews on these, and I thought this was a super cool colorway. And this shoe's like $100. So the price for this and what you get look-wise and performance-wise, I feel like I had to touch on it. Before we get into it though, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let's get started with the review. To start off with the looks of a shoe, this pink, I think is fire. There's some people that are pink basketball shoe haters or the manly man that don't like pink. Hey, go get you a black pair. Ain't nobody gonna knock you. But for those that like bright color hoop shoes and are not afraid to wear pink as a man, or if there's some girl hoopers out here that are watching this review as well, this pink is clean. When you wear them to the gym, bro, you get a lot of eyes. I definitely caught some people staring at my feet when I was at the gym today. And every now and then when I wear them, I have people ask, what are they? What brand? And that's the hardest part when you wear like these Chinese brands and everything. It's like, they're like, oh, what shoe is that? I'm like, oh, they're Antas. They're Kyrie's though. They're Anta? And then you have to go through the whole rabbit hole of explaining it's a Chinese brand, it's this and this and that. But nonetheless, super fire look. It has a mixed mesh upper, and it seems to be reinforced in the high wear areas with some type of thin TPU as well. And then we have a 4-foot strap. I feel like you don't see it as much with this shoe, but I love that with Anta, Kyrie's been able to express his creativity a lot more. There is some subtle hints on the shoe though. From here to Kyrie across the strap, his logo on the tongue. There you go. 11 at the bottom of the lace hole. And if you look at a lot of the other colorways of this shoe, you definitely see a lot more of the Kyrie inspired stuff. This is more of just a plain color silhouette versus like ones like this. And even a lot of the ones have this detailing across the whole shoe. I will put the link down below for the website so y'all can go check out the site and pick these up if you want, or different colors, or the twos. And as far as lockdown for the shoe, I had absolutely no issues as well with the strap and the lacing system, and the kind of cupped heel was perfect for me. We also have a lateral shank running across the shoe. The Anta logo also working as a lateral shank as well. Now when we get into the midsole, you can see the cushioning setup on the inside because it's white. Outside it is pink, and they have full length nitro edge across the outsole. And the feel of it is actually different than what I expected for a Kyrie shoe. The midsole was a lot thicker than I thought it would be. It's lower in the forefoot, but it's not as like low to the ground as I would expect for a shoe for a player like Kyrie. It's also not very plush as well, but it's not hard, which is kind of like confusing the way it feels because the way it looks and there's so much of it, you would think that the cushion would be like out of this world. But it's not bad by any means. I'd give the cushion like a 7.5, 8 out of 10. Overall though, the shoe is pretty comfortable, has a decently wide toe box, and it fits true to size. Even for my wide footers out there, you should be 100% fine going true to size with this shoe. As far as the stepping comfort though, I feel like it's a comfortable shoe off rip, but there are some things that you need to break in with the shoe as far as the cushion, and it does also have a carbon fiber plate, so you're gonna have to break that in a little bit too, but the shoe's far from stiff. Now when we get into the outsole, we have a half translucent, half solid outsole with a multi-directional traction pattern, and I've had like 6 pair of the Anta Kai ones. A while ago, Kickstrew just used to send me a bunch of shoes randomly all the time. And this was one of the models they would always send. I actually ended up buying these. So I'm well versed in the Anta Kai ones. And the traction on these is decent. I feel like the other colorways had a little bit better traction though, because a lot of the other ones had a solid rubber outsole, and I feel like it stuck a little more and worked a little bit better on dust. Not bad by any means though. I give it an 8 out of 10 if you're on a dusty court. You might struggle a little bit, drop it down to like a 7 out of 10, but nothing too crazy. Still just a couple wipes and you're good. I will say though that some of his Nike models had a little bit better traction than these though, not gonna lie. And all my shifty guards out there know you need some traction, man, when you're trying to make your moves and get past people, stop on a dime, all that good stuff. Now let's get into the price. I touched on it a little bit earlier in the video, but every size 12.5 and under on StockX is $115 or below. If you wear a size 13, you better squeeze your foot into a 12.5 because it's like $330 for 13 and up, I believe. But that was one of the reasons I wanted to do a full review on this one, is because for the price point, bro, and the look of the shoe and a lot of the tech that it has in the shoe, $100, you can't beat that. This shoe was also a China exclusive when it did originally release, but I got it on StockX for like $100 because of how low it was. For all my new shoe people, China exclusive just means that it's released out there. You can still go on sites like StockX and go purchase them. Sometimes the China exclusives are a little expensive. Sometimes they're literally under retail. As far as weight goes for a shoe, it is slightly above the average weight, coming in at 413 grams. Average weight for my size hoop shoe is 370 to 400 grams. That 10, 13 gram difference is nothing crazy at all. Feels perfectly fine on foot, doesn't feel heavy at all. The shoe is a little bit more clunky though than some of those shoes like the Game 1 Low, Leaning Gammas, or even like a Sabrina 2. It just feels like there's just more material. It's just, your foot's just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a little more clunky, but it's not bad. It's like you just get more shoe with this one. Overall though, if you haven't tried any of the Kyries, since he's been working with Anta, he's made some pretty good models with both his 1 and his 2. The review for the 2 will be coming up in the future. I also have a review for the Speed Kyries coming up because I just locked in the deal with Anta. But this is definitely a super cool shoe. I loved a lot of the colorways they dropped, from like the olive green one to they had like a bright orange one. They had this one. I had the Artist on Court, that was fire. I had like a multi-color one. There's a lot of fire colorways on this. I actually might just link them to the videos so that y'all can check out all of them. If you like any of those other than the pink one and want to purchase them, you can use that link down below to get them. Overall, solid performer. I also made some videos when I first got the first colorway of the Artist on Court ones, and I was hooping with Mecca and Ray, had a couple crazy dunks. He threw me a lot from like half court. If I could find those videos, I'll throw them in here. If not, you're just gonna have to believe me.
Climate says jump, good boy. Oh my God.
But I was still able to get jiggy, do my little moves, and rock out on the court with a pair of these on. I actually wore them in a men's league too as well and had a pretty good game. I do think the traction on some of the other colorways is a little bit better, but the looks on this one, I feel like got a lot of those other colorways beat. If you haven't checked out the Anta line, you're definitely missing out. A lot of y'all have been asking me to review the Anta KT10 as well. I'm not gonna lie, I was not open to really reviewing or getting any Anta shoes till Kyrie started working with him, and I realized they actually make some pretty decent shoes. I've heard some crazy things about the Klay Thompson 10, so I might have to go pick those up or see if they'll send them to me so I can do a review on those as well. Catch you on the next one though. I'm out of here.